ready. Let's go racing, boys.
Just a hack. Cleared by Logano, maybe no.
Albani blocks Bobby Hamilton.
Didn't mean to really turn around, meant to rattle his cage over.
To make room, Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. There's another 7-time champ.
I have never seen anything like that before in my life.
Using lessons learned from his father to go from 6th to 1st and score the victory in the Pepsi 400.
That's incredible.
3 wide for the lead. Look at Sellers. Yeah, he's the pickle in the middle right there. Ooh, he runs Jason Bowles into the wall. And that nicks Logano, and here comes Kovaluk again trying to win this for the 2nd time. Sellers up into Logano, pushes him into the wall. Kovaluk gets the lead. Kovaluk, Sellers side by side for the lead. Lap and a half to go. He's there, Mike. He is now, and here's Kovaluk. Oh, he got back to the back bumper of Logano. White flag. Logano's going to have one more corner to do something with Sellers. He's really going to have to send it in, and he does. On the bottom. Sweeps up. Hits Sellers. Slam in the wall. Here comes Kovaluk. Logano makes it first to the flag. Well, that was interesting. That was not pretty. Oh, he's okay. Yeah. He's just not the least physically pleased. And who can blame him? Peyton Sellers is not walking back towards the garage right now. David Mayhew says, I want to get out of the way. Nope, Sellers is walking toward Logano. Here comes the ambulance. And he's right in there for a word with the young driver who came first across the line. Look at the right side of Logano's car. That's pretty all used up. All right, here's the word. Joey Logano has been penalized for rough riding. Matt Kovaluk has won the Toyota All-Star Showdown for the 2nd time. You see them going down in turn number 3. Logano's going to go to the bottom of the racetrack, and now here's where business picks up.
And I'm way out of the backstretch with Joey Logano. You came across the line first. NASCAR took it away from you. Fair call?
Well, I mean, it depends on when you look at it. You know, I mean, you get fenced 5 laps before that, and you're just trying to get your spot back. Didn't stick the way I thought it was. You know, I was trying to get up there, and then it looks like it just kind of caught me in the right rear, and I didn't quite get it. And then that kind of nosed me in the fenced everyone, and it's just a tough deal. You know, I mean, it's you know, it's the All-Star race. You're no points, no nothing, going for the gusto. And, you know, between the 3 of us, we were racing hard there at the end. And, yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You got to try it. And, you know, I mean, I didn't mean to, you know, put him in the fence. I was just trying to get a big run and trying to get there, and then just too far.
Still waiting to hear you tell me whether it was a fair call or not.
I mean, obviously, I'd rather be in victory lane. I crossed the finish line first, but, you know, I mean, but it is what it is. It's NASCAR's call, but, you know, we came out here for one reason, that's to win, and I feel like we did that, but we don't have a trophy.
Okay, thanks.
Peyton Sellers is just out of the care center, and Peyton, can you put into words the feeling we have right now being 100 yards away from the finish line?
I tell you, it's frustrating. I just got to thank God. You know, God's the reason we're here, and you need him times like this the most. So, you know, I just got to thank Jigaloo for coming out and helping us this weekend, and hopefully it's the start of something good here. Everybody knows we had the best car here at the end of the race, and we just muscled our way around all night and got to where we needed to be with the last couple hundred yards to go. So, you know, it's just one of those things. It's unfortunate. HC, all the guys worked really hard. I just got to thank, you know, everybody that helped us get here. I've got a lot of volunteer help, and a lot of people back up in Virginia tonight watching, supporting us. So, you know, it's frustrating, but we'll pick up where we left off and come back and race hard coming up this year.
What did you say to Joey when you walked up to his window?
You know, I just told him that I asked him first off, I just asked him if he done it to, you know, if I did it to him last year. We were in exactly the same situation last year, and I didn't wreck him. You know, I didn't feel like he deserved it, and obviously he didn't have the same respect for me this year. So, you know, it's frustrating. I hate it. I don't want to badmouth him at all because he's obviously a young driver. He's got some big shoes to fill this year, and he's going to have a hard time doing that on Sunday afternoons this year. So, you know, we're just going to hold our head up, be the better person about it, and carry on and do what's right about it.
After a brilliant drive, a man with a class, Peyton Sellers.
It's been 939 days since a Dodge has tasted victory in the NASCAR Nationwide Series. And today, it looks like they may go 1-2. Hold on, final corner, through the turn. Justin Allgaier's going to do it. He gets his first Nationwide Series win.
And we got Logano in the wall back here.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there, boys. You guys are awesome.
Logano was running 5th. He does get it refired and finishes 14th. All right, let's go back and show you what happened at the end of the race. There's Joey Logano out of the car because all we saw was the tail end of it. And here is Kevin Harvick, and this was 4-5. Whoa, boy, Kevin, bump and run, baby. Harvick gets 5th, and Logano gets dumped to 14th. For Harvick, his 123rd top 5, tying Tommy Houston. Let's hear from Kevin Harvick, Dave.
Well, Marty, he ended up with that 5th place spot, just debriefing a little bit with crew chief Ernie Cope right now. Kevin, what happened with the contact with Joey on those final lap?
I just raced with him, and you know, he kept chopping me, and I got in there and just got in the back of him a little bit, and hate that happened. Good day for our Ream Chevrolet, and you know, you just got to have a lane to race, so you got to do what you got to do.
Sounds like Bristol, guys.
I'm sure that if you talk to Logano, you will get a different story, but we can been told he has chosen not to comment at this time. Jamie Little asked him, and Joey obviously wants to take a few moments and gather his thoughts.
Now, sometimes in this situation, you're just better off not saying exactly what's on your mind at this time.
Hornish trying to match his career best finish. He got it here August a year ago. And as they battle for a position in the top 5,
there's no doubt
across the Long Pond straightaway. And there you see Harvick going for position.
Tell you what, Logano hung right in there.
Logano hung right, but they just about have to stop when they get into the corner like that. And you can see as we'll pan back to the front.
Oh, he got into him.
Logano around. Can he save it? He is unable to. Caution. And the caution came out right as Denny Hamlin was crossing the start-finish line to get the white flag.
They're all coming above you.
Larry?
Hey, guys, think about the history between Joey Logano and Kevin Harvick. Go back to the Nationwide Series race in Bristol back in March.
Yeah.
We're in the wreck still.
Oh, look at Logano. Pulls right up to Harvick. A 2.5-mile speedway with short track characteristics and short track tempers when the race is over.
Yeah, you know, and here's Joey's team trying to keep him calm down, and this is probably best. That's Joey's dad.
Joey's dad wants to get in on there. Go in there and tell him.
That's why Joey's dad's got his hard card pulled a couple of times. Let me just go ahead and say that. Yeah, but.
No, you know what? He needs to do this. He needs to vent. I mean, he's been taken out so many times at the end of a race, whether it's a nationwide race or whatever. And, you know, he should be mad.
Yeah, and I'm going to say this in Joey's defense. You know, they were just racing, and I probably spoke too soon. I don't think it was Harvick's fault. I don't think it was Joey's fault. But Joey has to stand up for himself at some point in time. You know what I mean? We saw, you know, Burton last week say, I'm not going to take it anymore. I think you're seeing Joey say, I'm not going to take this anymore, especially from Kevin Harvick, because he and Kevin just seem to find their place, same place on the racetrack all the time.
Yeah. Like I said, it was tight racing. You're at the end of the race, but You're absolutely right, Kyle. He's got to man up on some of these guys, because you're going to get pushed around in this business until you do.
Until you do, man. Until you do. Earnhardt and those guys were the best at nudging you, rubbing you, leaning on you until you went and talked to them. And once you went and talked to them, then they leave you alone. It's not a problem with it.
Let's hear from Logano, Ralph.
Well, Joey's just come out of his hauler after talking to J.D. Gibbs and Coach Gibbs. Joey, what's your thoughts on what took place out there with Kevin Harvick?
It's disappointing, to be honest with you. It's we had a top 5 run going with the Home Depot Toyota, and that's for us here. That was going to be awesome, and I was pretty pumped up about it. And racing 29, and he let me go in the middle of the straightaway, and decided to dump me in the next turn. I don't know what his deal is with me, but it's probably not his fault. You know, it was his wife wears a fire suit, and the family tells him what to do, so it's probably not his fault. What's it going to take to cool this feud down between the two of you? I don't know. I'm going to go to NASCAR hauler, and I guess they're going to tell me what I'm supposed to do, so we'll just have to see. What did Coach Gibbs and JD say to you? Just tell me to calm down. You know, when we finished 13th, you know, I mean, we rallied back from 30th in 2 laps, so that was, I mean, at least we got something out of it. You know, it's not a top 5 like we should have finished, but, you know, it is what it is. It's just ridiculous that I don't know what I've ever done to piss him off, but he's apparently stupid. Joey, you unloaded a lot of emotion when you came out of the car there. What are you thinking about that? Did you show too much, or are you okay with that? No, he needs to know how I feel. No one lets me go up and talk to the guy. You know, I mean, you get out of the car, you want to talk to the guy, see what's going on, and there's 6,000 crew members around you that you can't go up and talk to them. So, I mean, I don't know how he's supposed to settle something if you can't even talk to the guy, which there's no talking to him anyway. Joey, thanks for talking to us. Here's what Kevin Harvick had to say.
Nothing like the raw emotion.
Kevin Harvick, you end up with a 4th place finish, but tell us about the contact with the 20.
Yeah, I got in there and we just wound up getting together. Just 2 cars going in the same space at one time. I just got to thank everybody. On my Shell Pennzoil Chevy, they did a great job today. We had a solid car. Kind of got stuck back there in the middle of the pack with the pit strategy, but all in all, our car was good all day.
How about the pretty good points day for you?
Yeah. I mean, you know, the car was good, and that's the way we have to be. All the tracks that you know we seem to struggle at in the past have been really good for us, and to go to these racetracks and run in the top 5 every week is what we're looking for.
This has not been historically your best racetrack.
No, it hadn't been, but today it was really good.
Good job, man.
Thank you.
We've seen the last of the yellow flag. Oh no! Logano pushes Sadler around into the wall.
Sadler spun his tires a little bit. Logano was trying to push him through, and he got him crossed up. We talked to Logano. He wasn't supposed to be helping him, and then all of a sudden the car comes across the hood, and Denny's lucky he didn't tear that thing up worse than he did.
Protect the bottom. You're good. Protect the bottom. Logano just wrecked us. Get going, get going.
Elliott walking away. Joey Logano's radio.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Tell him I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that at all.
Just play Joey Logano's radio, said he was sorry, didn't mean to do that. Did you spin the tires at all, or was he just in the back end of you?
Man, he just bump drafted me, just trying to get us going. I just hate it, man. I'm just fighting for my life out here to try to stay a part of the sport and trying to do well and win a championship and win races and do a good job for One Main Financial and all their branches and stuff like tonight, man. That's just heartbreaking. It's just it's tough, man. We got a lot of points now to make up.
You're in a situation where you're leading the race, and also from a point standpoint and the championship standpoint, sitting in the driver's seat, not the best night for Stenhouse. How is that square things now?
I don't know where to 6th. Yeah, not a good night. He's running 5th, I think. We just it's a shame, man. I understand what he was trying to do, but you just don't bump draft everywhere you go, especially at a place like Darlington and everybody's on used tires. It's there's a time and a place for everything. I just hate that we're on the losing end of it. Just tore a really good race car and just killed us in the points. Just going to make it another uphill battle. It's Daytona all over again last year, and we got to keep fighting.
Thanks, Elliott. Baby.
We are under caution at Bristol. Joey Logano brought out the caution flag, and it was not pretty. Logano was battling Jeff Gordon for the lead. Gordon slipped up in turn 2, and Logano got right alongside him, but could go no further. And coming off 4, Logano jumps up in the groove right in front of Danny Hamlin, and wait for it. Pow.
What did we say when we were watching this? If he doesn't move Jeff Gordon, somebody's going to move him.
That's exactly what happened with his ex-teammate from Joe Gibbs Racing, Denny Hamlin, in the 11.
You talked about Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano after that incident. Let's listen in a little on the radio transmission from the two drivers and their teams.
Tina doesn't belong out here. Yeah, that's the 11 car when I get to him. Working it back. We're still on the lead lap, baby. Still on the lead lap. Keep digging. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to wreck him.
Denny apologizing. Is that enough from Denny to be apologetic?
I don't think Joey heard him. Maybe he'll get the word, though.
And he's right here. You know, his brother and Kyle and Kurt knows the tail here. These guys might just get bushwhacked. He's looking to the outside.
Logano down to block Stewart. Stewart trying to get further underneath him. Can't. What a land rush into turn 1.
I tell you, that 78 may come out on top if he can get up off at 2. Couldn't quite pull it off.
It seems like he has a bit of an advantage down in turn 1 and 2.
Teammates last year, rivals this year. Friends, maybe never. But Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin are going to settle this right now.
Whoa, Hamlin cut him some slack. He had a run on him. Oh, Hamlin. Joey got loose. He got a little sideways off the floor.
There you go.
Hamlin gave him a shot. 1 to go.
Outside, barely. Outside.
Hamlin there. Logano to the bottom, trying to hold his ground.
That's going to be tough, though. But he's been running good on the bottom. If he can just clear Hamlin right there.
No way. He's going to lose his momentum. They're going to touch hard. Are they going to make it?
Neck and neck.
Down the back, side by side.
Kyle Busch closing in.
Watch out for the third place car, Kyle Busch. He's looking.
Hamlin edges ahead. They touch. They touch, and here comes Kyle. Logano on the wall. Hamlin spins down the racetrack, and Kyle Busch wins in California.
I thought they'd be nice to each other. They weren't. Hard impact on the 11 car, head on. I don't like the looks of that.
Hard hit to the inside wall for Hamlin. A bounce off the outside wall for Logano, and it ends in a shower of sparks. So that's Denny Hamlin being attended to at the scene. Joey Logano climbs out of what's left of his race car, and here's your winner. And the first win here for Joe Gibbs Racing. And boy, Tony Stewart is after Logano.
Well, I did see some punches thrown today. You can't say they're just pushing each other. Not sure what went on between Stewart and Logano.
Now, Stewart could have been reacting to the restart, where Logano came way down the track to block Tony, who had a run on the inside.
Well, Matt, we've caught up with Joey Logano back in the garage area, and Joey, controversy again. I know you just had a chance to look at the replay with Denny Hamlin, your side of it.
We worked it last week. Probably shouldn't have done what he did last week. So that's what he gets. And besides that, I think our Auto Club Ford was very strong all day. I was very happy with the car we had. We were super fast, led a lot of laps, nothing to hang our head down about, that's for sure. We're very, very proud of that. Doug Yates, thank you so much for the motor. That thing ran the last 7-8 laps with no water in it, just pushing water over 300 degrees. So it's really amazing for those guys. So thank you guys, everyone at the engine shop, to get a solid run out of here today. Just look forward to get back to the racetrack and try it again.
Joey, here's the restart. Just spoke to Tony Stewart. He was really angry. Tell us what happened on the restart.
Yeah, I mean, I had to throw the block there. That was a race for the lead. And I felt like if the 14 got underneath me, that was going to be the end of my opportunity to win the race. So I was just trying to protect the spot I had. And I was actually pedaling because I couldn't keep the 18 to the line. I was actually faster than 18 getting the tires hooked up. And then, you know, I'm trying to stagger myself, make sure I don't beat him to the line, and then I had to block the 14th run because I was pedaling it. So I'll talk to him, and we'll see what happens. But, you know, I don't know where I think he finished decent. So we'll talk about it some more.
Thank you, Joey. Appreciate your time.
Steve Burns caught up with Stewart after Tony went over to
question and do more than that. Actually got a swing in there. Let's see what Steve Burns came up with.
Well, Tony, what angered you at the end of the race? What did you take issue with?
What the hell do you think I was mad about? Dumb little runs us clear down to the infield. He wants to about everybody else, and he's the one that drives like a little. I'm going to bust his ass.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
Interviewed him yesterday. I want to play you something that he said and get your response to it.
Did I intentionally wreck him? No, I did not intentionally do that. If I was going to do that, I would have hit him in the left rear tire. I feel like I hit him in the door. I hate to see him get hurt. I feel like the comments after the race that I made were taken way out of context. I feel like, I just got off a pit road, off a heated moment there that caught me way off gun, or way off, where I thought was going to happen. And then, then a microphone gets shoved in your face. And you have, it was a minute after what happened on pit road. So obviously my mind wasn't straight, and I didn't know Denny was hurt. There's no way for me to know. And, I think I got taken way out of context of, way I meant anything.
Thoughts?
In the interview there, he's saying it wasn't intentional. But 3 different instances, he had a chance to say it wasn't intentional, and all 3 times he said it was. So there's no doubt in my mind that it was intentional. Did he intend on me getting hurt? I don't believe so. Another thing that bugged me is that he says in his interview that these cars are pretty safe, so I'm sure he's fine. That is taken for granted. What we do is just that we're Superman and we can't be hurt. That's why people don't wreck each other on 200-mile-per-hour racetracks. It's because this is what can happen. You got to think about that as a driver. You can't just throw caution to the wind because no one's gotten killed in 10 years. It's okay to just wreck someone at 200. It's not okay because, I have a daughter now. I'd like to do things with her when I get older. So don't take my health for granted just because you want to retaliate.
Seems like you're getting pretty emotional about this. How personal is this for you?
Well, it's personal because, I'm the one that has to go through rehab 3 times a week. I'm the one that's got to wear this brace for 6 weeks or however long. He gets to go to a racetrack. I'm the one that has to deal with the repercussions from this wreck. He's going to move on as if nothing happened this weekend at Martinsville.
Under caution for the 5th time today. Joey Logano in the wall after contact with Morgan Shepherd. We'll look at that in a moment. First, pit stops. Here come the leaders, Marty. Off the pit lane. Under caution for the 5th time. Top of your screen, the lap car of Morgan Shepherd into Joey Logano, who was running inside the top 5 on board with Joey. Despite being in a backup car, he drove his way to the front, but his day now.
And he just watched that replay and was just shaking his head in disbelief. You ever seen anything like that?
Yeah, slowest car on the racetrack took us out. Go figure. We had a pretty good auto trader Ford. We're just doing what we can to hang in there. We were obviously running second. Brad is really fast. He's definitely a car to beat right now. But we were just doing what we can with strategy, keeping our car up towards the front, running some good lap times, and felt like we could have a Penske 1-2 again, and then just kind of get taken out by the slowest car. I feel like there should be like a driver's test before you get out in a cup car and make sure you know how to drive before you drive one, but I don't know. I guess there isn't.
Will you go say anything to NASCAR about this?
Nah, I ain't going to go nowhere. I mean, what am I going to say? It's not NASCAR's fault that he slid up. That's the slowest car in the track. I don't know. If you can't control your stuff, don't even be out there. If you're 10 laps down, what are you doing? But whatever. It is what it is. We got our 2 wins. We're in the chase. It's not the end of the world. We'll gather back together and go back there and run around and play around the rest of the day.
He was very frustrated earlier on. Kind of threw his hat down and his hands up in disgust.
We saw him do that several times. Just turn that thing down to the bottom line.
And Harvick and Logano taking their frustrations out in sheet metal as they come to pit road. And now there'll be a discussion.
You notice that Harvick hadn't taken his helmet off.
No, but I like that the crew members, while standing guard, they're content to let the two drivers talk it out. Here is the cause of the upset between Joey Logano and Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, when I said that I thought Harvick's car might be aerodynamically challenged getting into turn 3, I thought that's what put it up the racetrack. But I think you can see a lot like what Jamie McMurray was talking about. My car don't turn so good, my rear wheels are off the ground.
Well, he's watched the video. He also had a conversation. What was the discussion with Harvick?
It's Kevin being Kevin, like he is the instigator, like everywhere else we go. So, New Year, same stuff. But, you know, it's trying to help, really, to be honest with you. We had a run, he's going to keep pushing, and apparently his car was tight. I was doing the same thing with the 78 all night, and it was working. But we got in the quarter, and he got tight, and he got into the fence. And I was just trying to help, and he doesn't understand I was trying to help. I understand his frustration, but I was just trying to help out and try to get to the front and try to win this thing. It's no points or anything like that. You know, you go for the win. The second place, third place, fourth place doesn't mean anything. So we're just trying everything we can do.
All right, thanks, Joey. Chris?
Well, Kevin Harvick not happy with the 22, pushing you up into the wall there, and it got pretty heated. What did you say to Joey?
I just told him I didn't appreciate it. You know, you know where you can push and how you can push and how far you can push, and you can't push them all the way into the corner up against the fence. So just proud of my Jimmy John's guys. They fixed the car and did everything they needed to do. It was a hell of a race tonight, but, you know, just really dumb driving there at the end. So you got to be aggressive, but you still got to use your head. You can't just detach it and lay it on the floorboard.
Still, aerodynamically, you get a huge hurt by being behind him. So right there, Matt Kenseth, he really lost his entire race car and able to 22 to catch him.
Here comes the 22. He's closed the gap all over the back bumper now as they've caught the slower traffic. And around goes the 20, sideways in front of the 22. Kenseth slides, caution comes out. The 22 was all over the back bumper of the 20 as they entered turn 1.
I got plans when I come the first time. Joey spun me out, lifted my tires off the ground.
On the radio just moments ago about the incident.
Yeah, you're there. If you'd have left the lane like you should have, nothing would have happened. You blocked too many times. I get it, man. It's fine. Copy. You know the deal. Yeah, 10-4. I mean, you blocked you once. Second time, gotcha.
Kenseth was trying to win it to advance to round 3. Here's what they had to say on the radio.
I was clear, Crazy said clear, and I checked, and I pulled up in front of him, and he just at me for 3 car lengths, lifted my rear tires off the ground, never lifted getting into one, just dumped me.
Logano in victory lane, Kenseth not. Let's hear from the driver who was running for the win.
And that would be Matt Kenseth, who led the most laps this afternoon, but has a 14th place finish to show for it. Obviously, the signature moment was the incident with Joey Logano. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it's hard to drive the car with the rear tires off the ground. So, you know, I was moving around the best I could. Joey was a lot tighter, a lot faster on a short run, but we were so much better in a long run. And I could still kind of get up the top and get around and get around him and catching 2 lap cars. And Crazy told me I was clear, and I was. I pulled up in front of him, and, you know, he just lifted my tires off the ground and wrecked me.
What will you talk to Joey about in regards to this incident?
Oh, I won't talk to Joey. I don't have anything to talk to him about, really. So, I mean, you make decisions every day. You make decisions every minute behind the wheel. To me, strategically, that doesn't seem like such a great decision for him. But it's the one he made, and that's how he wanted to win. So I'm one of the only guys I think that haven't been into it yet with Joey. And I've always raced him with a ton of respect. I've actually been one of his biggest fans. Certainly not anymore, but I always was. So, you know, it's a shame. I'm glad the car's not wrecked. We'll just go on Talladega and race him there.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Describe your role as a second-place car, Joey, in those closing laps.
This is good, hard racing. You know, we were racing each other really hard, and you know, I felt like I got fenced twice down the straightaways, and he raced me hard, so I raced him hard back. And that's just that's hard racing. That's the way I race. If I get raced like that, I'll race the same way. That's just how I've always been, and it'll always be that way. So
Matt disagrees with how this went down today. Did you consider it a good move?
Well, I didn't think it was a good move when I hit the wall. So, you know, I'm sure we'll talk about it. And I just felt like, hey, I got raced hard, I got fenced twice, so I wasn't going to put up with it.
All right, the good news for Joey Logano, he is in victory lane.
Pit road, the last cycle of the last group of pit stops that came
had a uncontrolled wheel. They will have to do a pass-through penalty. And if they time it right, they should be on pit road with the rest of the cars that are on pit road now. Mike, smoke is coming out the front tires of the 88. Watch the 22 of Logano here. Logano gets tagged in the back by none other than the 20 of Matt Kenseth as they're coming to inner pit road.
This is why we see wrecks getting on pit road on super speedways. Everybody's coming on together. You try to come on at a certain speed, but there's always a collision rate that you're not expecting.
This is what the 20 of Matt Kenseth had to say on the radio about the incident.
Tell that 22 I'm going to knock his out after the race. You tell him to hide behind his daddy. He from the third lane. I don't even think he was going to pit right down in front of me and brake check me. Hands for, buddy. Hands for.
And guys, just want to add to that discussion. You could tell at the beginning of the weekend the frustration and the ill feelings lingered into this weekend. During Matt Kenseth's media session on Friday, he was asked several questions about it. You could tell by his tone and his very short and curt answers he was still thinking about it. A couple of things that I remember specifically. He was asked if Logano had reached out to him this week. He paused dramatically and said, no, he has not. And he was also asked about whether or not he thought it was intentional, the spin in Kansas. He said, if Joey says it was not intentional, then he's a liar. So there's some pretty strong statements from Kenseth. Still thinking about what happened last week, Dave.
And Mike, they told Joey Logano that Matt was livid on the radio, but it's not like Joey didn't know, and he didn't seem to really mind that much, and he just continued his play-by-play about the cars around him and how they're running. So they're taking it very matter-of-factly. Their job to get to the next round is done, and they just need to help their teammate number 2 today if they can.
Logano has an 0.8 of a second lead over second place Jeff Gordon. And Kenseth cleared by Logano. Maybe no. Kenseth takes him out. Logano into the wall. Caution comes out and the crowd roars.
What's going on down here?
Talked about it after what we saw a couple weeks ago. I was the first to say I never expected that to happen out of the 20 car.
Helmets coming off of the crew members of the 20. Joey Logano stuck in the grass. If the 20 of Matt Kenseth can continue, NASCAR has said he will be parked. Helmet is already off of the 20. And we have to remind you why this is happening.
Stay in the car.
A couple races ago at Kansas, Matt Kenseth was leading. Joey Logano running second. You can tell how the fans feel about it. The red flag is out as they will have to clean the track up. A couple races ago in Kansas, the team told Joey to stay in the car, but obviously Joey out of the car, not able to continue on. In the latter laps of the race at Kansas, Joey Logano had a faster car than Matt Kenseth. He got behind him. He bumped him going into turn 1. He turned Kenseth around. After the race, Kenseth said, that's not the way I want to be raced.
Clearly, the 22 is lapping the 20, and 20 obviously intentionally wrecked him. And like what happened the week before was more than 2 weeks before was more than it should have been, and just flat wrecked him.
Not a very happy person. That's Joey Logano's dad right there. And Todd Gordon, the crew chief, holding him back.
And Rick, as you mentioned, you saw Todd Gordon, the crew chief of the 22, restraining Tom Logano, Joey's father. They had to escort him inside the transporter out of harm's way to try to calm him down a little bit. Now, Todd Gordon, I had a conversation with him this morning, and he was quite clear that they thought this might be a possibility. It seemed as though, talking to the team, they were debriefed as to what to do if this did transpire. Todd Gordon still trying to calm everybody down. Dave?
Joey Logano has walked out of the infield care center. Joey, are you surprised?
Well, yeah, I thought, I think what happened in Kansas is a completely different deal. We were racing for the win, and, he blocked you a few times, and then, we raced hard, and he blocked me last time, and we spun out. That's what happened there. Here is just a complete coward move, especially for a championship race car driver and race team. Just complete coward. I don't have anything else to say. It's a chicken, what move to completely take out the leader when your race is over, and we'll move on. We're going to work hard, and we're going to get our car back out there, hopefully, and we just got to go win.
Joey, between then and now, had you made any attempt at all to try to resolve the situation with Matt?
They won't let me get to him.
10-4. Obviously very disappointed. His chase is in jeopardy now for the championship round, Rick.
Matt Kenseth is out of the infield care center. What is your side of the story, Matt?
Well, it's a really disappointing day. I thought we were going to have a shot at the win there. And, they were jacking up the restart real bad to let each other and his teammates, which that's just fine. And Brad went in there, and I got outside of Joey, and I was going to try to race him for the win, and Brad wiped me out for some reason. I'm not really sure why. And then we had so much damage on the right front. I should have probably just put it in the garage and just got into one and couldn't get it to turn and ran Joey over. So disappointing end for sure.
Joey said it was a complete coward move on your part. Your reaction to that?
I don't have any comments for that.
There will be people who say there was intent involved, even though you said you had a right front go down. What's your comment to those folks?
Well, there's people who say a lot of things. The splitter was trying to drag around and, got in the corner and, certainly ruined his day. I know what it's like to be that, too. Some days you're the bat, some days you're the ball. It's never fun when you're the ball. So, like I said, disappointing end to our chase. And, he's got a couple races left. He's got the best car. He might get a couple wins here and still have a shot at it. So, certainly disappointed it came down to that, man. I was out there trying to race hard as I could for Dollar General and try to get the win. I really thought we were going to have a shot for a win before, they got me the first time. So, disappointed to get wiped out twice in the last 4 weeks with a shot to win for sure.
Do you think this is over, or do you see another chapter maybe coming in retribution from him?
I don't know. I feel like every week's a new week. Go out and race, do what you think is right, race as hard as you can, and just take it 1 week at a time. So I don't know. I try to do the best I can. You never like to be in these situations. They really stink, to be honest with you, but sometimes you get put in these spots, and you gotta try to keep respect in the garage area. You can't get yourself ran over. You can't get in the chase next year and get ran over for the same reason. So, like I said, I hate the way it ended. Wish we were out there celebrating or having a shot for the win like we did before we got wrecked. So, disappointing day.
Matt Kenseth, very matter of fact about it, Rick, but that is his side of the story.